Alright, I got my 2002 Ram 1500 here. I'm going to be showing you how to replace this ignition lock cylinder on here. Okay, so to show you what's going on, basically you can put the key in here. No matter what position it's in, you can crank it and the key comes right out, no matter what position it's in. So you don't really, on top of it coming out, you really don't know what position you're ending up in the way it is. So we're going to go ahead and get this replaced. Now I've got there's a couple of options here, and this one is the one that I'm going to be using. This is what you would have to manually change the tumblers. Now this, if you're needing like new keys and everything, this would be the way to go. But the problem with that is you're going to have to key your door. So your basically your new keys are not going to work your door lock. So you're going to have to use the O key, or you're going to have to rekey the door cylinder or change that. So this is the problem with this one. So it's going to be more work. I don't need a new set of keys. My old ones are fine. And with this particular one, all you have to do, and it comes with all the instructions, all you have to do is you got this part here. You insert your key, turn it one full turn, and then you turn it back one full turn, and then you're able to pull this out of this cylinder here, and it's got the instructions on here and everything. Once you do that, you got this part. You take the cap off of this and insert your new cylinder into this. Easy enough. Now on these Rams, in order to remove this, we're going to have to remove this piece from around the column here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how we're going to do that. Okay, so first thing you're going to need to do is pull this tilt lever piece off. You just give that a tug. You have to give it a pretty good tug and it'll pull off there. So that's the very first thing that you need to do. And if you want to, you can go ahead and pop this loose, or you could do it after you separate them. Okay, so if you see this, you got 3 of these T20s on bottom. So you're going to need a Torx T20, and they're going to be right underneath. I've already got those out, but you're going to need one of these to take those from underneath here. So I've already got those. You've got a couple of these, and let me see. Got one little machine screw that goes into the column there. So you'll have one that looks like that, and a couple of these coarse screws. So you should have 3 of those just like that you'll need to remove. Now once you have those out, we can go ahead and start separating this, and just wiggle that off. And as far as this side goes, we need to get it popped down, and then we'll slide that out from under there. So there's that bottom piece, and there's our top piece. So nothing to that, but you got to get that out of the way. Now on some vehicles you have a hole for access, but on this one you do not. Okay, so now we've got the key in here, and what we have to do is turn the key to our on position, and then we're going to come right through here, and we're going to use the same torque. So we're going to push down. But once you turn the key, it allows you to push on that right there, so we can pull this hose cylinder out. Okay, so we're going to turn this on till we hear it ding. We'll give that a push, And then there we have it. Okay, so I've got my good key here, and according to the instructions it says to insert it fully. So I've got it in all the way. Now we've got to turn it one full turn. Now I've got a paint mark just so I don't mess up. And it said that if we got to turn it back counterclockwise one full turn. If we're unable to do that, we got to do it clockwise again and repeat that step. So we're going to go ahead and swiftly turn it one full turn here. Okay, that's one full turn. And we're going to turn it back one full turn. And there we have it. And it's went ahead and released. And you can see it's got grease on it. So everything should be coated or it wouldn't have came out of there. Okay, now we got this part. We just take the cap off of this. And we'll just go ahead and insert this in here. Okay, I was looking at the old one there, and according to it, this goes in just like I've kind of got it oriented here. So I'm just going to slip it in here. Hopefully, may have to twist it and do something here. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, I've got it to drop down that far, and I'm looking at this end because it was oriented on the other one just like that, but it's not going all the way down just yet, so you may have to wiggle this. Okay, I just rotated it around until it seated fully. It's just kind of different from the old one a little bit, but now it's fully seated down on there. So that's where it wound up being oriented. So we can go ahead and slip this in. Okay, and this part's pretty simple. It's only going to go one way. That's going to have to go down and latch down in there. So we just got to get it like that. Okay, so we got the key turned on, and now it's latched in, and we'll make sure that it's going to work in each position. Okay, so we'll turn it one click. You see the instrument light up. I'll turn it again. And it cranks right up. And most important, it doesn't fall out when in the other positions. So it appears to be working great. Okay, so we're just going to work on putting our collar back on here. Now, important thing, like if you have a worn out key, it may not be a good idea to do this method, but if your key's in good shape, or if you get a good key that's but if you got one that's wore out, it may not be so good to do it this way. But the best thing about it is that this key is going to work my door, and I don't have to worry about having a different key or getting them confused and, you know, breaking a key off or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and just finish up popping this back on. And you have to slide it over that tilt lever before you can pop it over your ignition part here. And I'm going to go ahead and pop this in place because it'll be easier now than waiting till I get it screwed together. But just want to make sure that that's back in place. And we'll go ahead and put this little tilt lever back on. Okay, so I'm just getting my Torx back into place here. And I already got the little machine screw in. Just getting the one over here by the tilt lever. And I probably should have waited before putting that on. Okay, and the good thing about this part, and this is the one I used, is that it's like $10 to $15 cheaper than this one. This one comes with the keys. Now you can manually code this yourself if you want to go through the trouble of doing that, but this is definitely an easier and cheaper option, so this is the way to go. So anyways, I'll leave a link to that. And but it's real simple job. You can do this in no time. Okay, and another reason that I wanted to fix this was because I was getting these random battery drains, and I finally figured out that this ignition being bad was causing that, because it would be left in the accessory position. You wouldn't know it because of the way that the key was coming out and messing up. So anyways, that was another biggie right there. But anyways, a real easy job. I believe it was like $34 for the part, but done this in 10-15 minutes, real easy, and it worked just like they said it would work. So anyways, hope you found the video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment below. As always, I invite you to subscribe, and I thank you for watching.